Hello everyone, welcome back. Alright, so last week we worked a little bit more on the more mundane and noodly bits about the town of Forthel, and at the end of the stream we decided on what we were doing today, and that is map making. So let's scooch on over real quick to my art programs. Here we go. So I'll be using Fire Alpaca because Photoshop costs money. Although I might be able to get it as a student next year. We'll see. Anywho. Alright, so to start, get a new canvas. Let's say, how big do we want this? Let's say 1200 wide. Actually, no, 800 tall is good. Yeah, there we go. Good map size. Alrighty. First things first. Let's add some water. I think we'll start with the big continent where the entire thing is. And then after that, we'll zoom in on the country where Forthel is. Let's... Oh, actually. Alright, so a neat way I find of creating land masses is to use the cloud tool, and I can't quite remember where it is on Fire Alpaca. I think it's levels. No, it's not levels. Turn curve? Nope. If I go back into I've got to figure out where this thing is. No, not that. Where are you? Oh. This'll work well enough. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Magic wand. Not really digging any of these. Let's try this again real quick. Cloud. Yeah, I can get something from this. There we go. Alright, let's work with these. I think I'll make this just one big continent. Then maybe with an island or two around. Thanks, Space Jam. Let's do some noodling. I can just erase that. Moving pieces of the map around. Leave that as a big lake. Give that a bit of a rotate, and then here we go. Let's erase those wacky bits. Alrighty. Alright. Not that. Not that either. That. So this can be the main landmass. And these could be some islands that surround it. Put an island there, and an island. Once again, clean up these noodly bits. Make the eraser even smaller. Dude. Clean up is annoying. Alright, that's all the noodly bits done. Let's make this green. That is too Shrek-like. Still not quite the right green. That'll work. All right. Let's blur this ever so slightly because it is very sharp right now. Now, just to make this a little more funky and fancy, dye everything black. Put that underneath, filter filter, blur. Give this a big blur. Duplicate this one. Oh no. No, yep, duplicate that one. Make it black. And blur this one ever so slightly as well, but not as much. And then we got something that looks a little bit fancier. Awesome. All right. Alrighty, right. I'm gonna put the actual landmass itself into a folder. So that way I can move it around as is, and I might make that just a tad smaller so I can add the title in once we figure out a title, which is probably something we should do fairly soon. Blur. Just blurring these edges so that it doesn't look whack. A little bit of damage control. Let's see if I can fix this. Should have just had it smaller to begin with. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna redo that. Because I messed it up like a dum-dum. Alright, now let's try this once more. Filter, blur, all the way up. There we go. Now for the ocean, let's make that a little bit fancier. Maybe that's too funky. Nope, that's good. All right. I suppose the next big thing we should probably work on is the major land masses. So I suppose we'll start with mountains. Mountains. Make that black once more. Zoom in on where I'm going to put them. That is the wrong layer. New layer. Outside of the folder. big mountain range up here. Do, 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 do. Now it can extend just a little bit over here. That was poor mountains. That is also poor mountains. What am I doing? These are a little bit better mountains. Alright, got a couple of mountains, and then we can probably add a couple more in there, because I like mountains. Mountains are cool. Just drawing some lines. Thanks, Apple Martini 69. That space is annoying me for some reason. Alright, that'll do. Otherwise I'm just going to keep going at it. So those are the mountains. Big mountains. Suppose next up, I add forests. Figure out where those go. Ooh, actually, I've got an interesting idea for this particle. Those are too big, too scattered. Smaller. Yeah, here we go. Alright, this should work. New layer for the forest. How about I have the forests on this side of the mountains? It's a general rule, and that can extend up into there some. Yeah. And then just a couple of random spats. Some forest right there. I like the idea of lots of forests, lots of woods. Well, maybe these can connect just through there. Yeah, there we go. All right. A little bit more there. Erase this little noodly bit. Dislike it. Awesome. All right, let's make these trees. Create selection from layer. Make these trees a little more green. Okay. And give them a little bit of shadow so they pop. You know what we're doing. Gaussian Blur. Gosh. Not too much though, just a little. Just so they look like they're coming out of the page. And let's put the mountains on top of the forest. Because those... I should probably fill in with not green. How to do that? Could just give it some cross-hatching. Let's add a little bit of cross-hatching. Well, not cross-hatching, just some shadow. Let's make this a bit smaller. And on this side, we'll just add some shadow, give it a bit more depth. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice. Yeah, that makes it look a little nicer. A bit less like just some lines. There we go. That's better. Much better. I feel like that's a little sharp. Just an ever so slight blur, just to make it less sharp. Alrighty. Forests, mountains. Let's add some different areas, different biome types. So it's all grassy. I don't think I'm going to make this one deserted at all. Maybe I'll add a little bit. No, I don't think I will. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna quickly erase that. So we've got a little bit more of an opening. There we go. Now that leads up and in. Alright. Next. I wonder what. Can I add some. I feel like swamps. There's not going to be a swamp big enough to show up on this map. Because this is like. I'm thinking this is almost continent size. Like. Not quite continent size, but still fairly big. There's going to be a couple of countries within this. And as such... Alright, as such, I feel we should add the cities and stuff. this. Now I'll just use dots to show the cities. Alrighty. New layer, and this one. Nope, can't do that. Got to do it by hand. This is not Photoshop. Some white dots. Well, we've got a major inlet right here, so I definitely reckon we'll have a couple of major cities. I have 3 major cities there and 1 at the very tippy end. We'll have a major city. We'll have 1. We'll have 2 along here. We'll have 1 on 1 inland, 1 on the ocean. So there's 1 on the border. There's 1 just there. Then up here, we'll have 1 within the mountains. 1 on the edge just here. We'll add 1 to that island. And 2 over there. Maybe 1 more there just for good measure. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 major cities. I think we're gonna... One there. 13. Maybe 1 more. I'm just gonna keep adding them, aren't I? One more there on the stop. Alright, so these can be the major cities. Duplicate. Selection from layer opacity. Expand by, let's say 3 pixels. No, not 3 pixels. That is far too much. Contract by 1. Nope. Contract by 1 more. There we go. Ooh, no, might need to make it bigger. There we go. Now we can see where all the major cities are. Now, those can be the major cities. Then we can add other points of interest. So for this one, we won't use a white marker, we'll use a red marker. Something weird. So we'll add a point of interest there. I'm thinking like a ruin or something. Point of interest at the heart of these mountains. Point of interest near the top of those ones. Point of interest deep within these woods. And deep within these woods. One along the coast right here. And no, that should be enough, because these I'm thinking of making like weird spots, like portals, crypts with undead hordes, etc. So duplicate, select, create selection from layer, expand by 2. Ooh, no. brand new layer for this. Alrighty. Alright. Expand by 2. Get rid of these. There we go. Now we have the cities and the weird places. What shall we name this? Because I feel like that's enough basic information, at least to get started, so save. Going into streaming. What shall we name this? This landmass. Anyone in chat have ideas? Maybe we should go something simple. Just to try and, well, keep it simple. Because we've got most often a full-on country is a fairly small name. Alright, looks like I'm making stuff up off the top of my head. Starts with T. Tellerra. Tellerra. Yeah, Tellerra. Let's just add the title up here. Tellerra. Ooh, that is big. Hold on. 48. Much better. Alright. Not best map I've made, but it'll do. Save. Alright. Now this will be our outline for the rest of the places that we make. So I'll quickly set this as a plain PNG. And then I will open the PNG. Stand by. Tellerra. Alright, now this is where we get started on something smaller. This. Control C. Not Control X. Control C. File. New via clipboard. Edit. Image size. Let's make it 1000 pixels. Now this is where the last town we made and other places that we will make will be situated for the time being. We'll work on the map piece by piece. So let's quickly make a map. Because I can't just copy paste straight up, because that would be ineffective. Otherwise it's not giving us anything that the other map is not already. But this one will show, well, it'll show a country border because this one does border on another. And it will also show some of the smaller places, like alright, so that is the main area. I'll do a bit of a closer job on these mountains. I'm worried that this isn't going to be as interesting as my other streams since I'm not talking as much, since I'm focusing on writing. Well, sorry, focusing on drawing. I can speak. I know what I'm saying. There we go, now we've got some mountains. Particle. Let's add us some trees. On a different layer. God damn. Alrighty. There's gonna be some trees, but definitely less because you can't see them on the other map. I have to zoom in closer. There we go. Actually, no, that one doesn't need them. That eraser is far too small. There we go. Steal the color from this one. Alright. Let's steal the color from this one real quick as well. Just hide everything. No, wrong way. That way. Why are you not coloring in? Alright. Do some clouds for the water. Just grab 2 colors from there. Filter cloud. Got some water. Duplicate twice. Selection for layer opacity. Make it black to once again make it pop. Do the same with this one quickly. Control D. Filter Gaussian Blur. This one can be big. This one can be small. There we go. Alrighty. Let's add this on top with low opacity now. Put in the major cities. White with black outline. Oop, wrong there. Should just be clicking for this. Click. Click. Now need red. Wait, actually. Color picker. And just to draw the, just gonna draw the border real quick. Actually, no. Alright. And I'll just do that to show the border. Border. How do I really? Ah, I like. Ah, crap. Did it on the wrong layer again. Really need to get better at this. Alright, there we go. Add the mountains back in. Ah, there we go. Grayscale it out. Now, fourth L and other places shall be put in. Now I want to make that something different. Fourth L is, we'll say there. Try and keep that in mind. I just realized there's no rivers on here. There probably should be rivers on here as well, which I can figure out at a later date. But before I do anything else, rivers are important. Good thing I've got a perfect little color right here for that. Make it a little smaller. There we go. River goes through there. Goes through there, and that one joins with that one. This one travels along here, down to there. How am I going to do this? Below. No, I can't do it below that. Ah, crap. I'm not going to be able to see the river through the... Actually, no. I've got an idea, which I will show everyone later. Wrong layer again. Down through there. Down past the capital. This one snakes all the way along here. Through this forest and past this city. This one snakes up to meet that one. Doop. This one snakes up and around to here. There we go. Rivers. Which I will now duplicate. This isn't Photoshop. You need to remember that. I mean, as long as I can always remove the trees to see where the river is, that's fine. Yeah, players don't necessarily know that. Wait, actually. Is there... No. You know what? Yeah, let's do it by hand. going to just mark where the river is. Over the trees. There we go. Now I can see where the rivers are. Problem solved. Not quite. Problem solved. Now let's just keep adding some town areas. Actually, that does match a little bit better. Let's... Town, probably 4th L. Town, near the river. Town, near the river, in the forest. On the edge of the forest. This one's in the forest. This one is also in the forest. There's 2 up and around that capital city. As is there with this one. The one's in the forest. Towns dotted along here. And then we'll add a couple just within the general area. Just sploosh them about. And coast town, coast town, coast town, coast town. Alright, that should be plenty of towns to go with. Could probably do an entire game in just this area. Fire alpaca very pog. It is free. Select expand. Expand by 2. And make the outlines of this bit black. So, crap. New layer. And make it black. So then, I can put it underneath. And you can see all the little bits. Look at that, it's great. Wait a minute. Apologies for that. Back to it. Copy paste that and it over there. Alright, that should be good for the towns. And that's the border up there. So I think we've got the general area. So I feel like the next thing we should probably be doing is naming them. And I've actually got, before we go, because it is 5:55, before we go, I'm going to name 2 of these places, and those are the capital cities. This one is going to be, as a placeholder name, I don't know if it's going to be the final name, but this is the City of Rain. Let's make that a little smaller. white with black edge. That is probably a bit too small. There we go. That is the City of Rain. And this is the City of Wax. To go with the... Because when we brought up the candles before, my mind started thinking up stuff about it. And came up with a couple of pretty neat ideas for what I might do with that regarding magic, religion, and other things. I'm thinking that the City of Rain is where the current nobility lies. It's where I think I'll give them a king. That's where they are. But the City of Wax, that's where the scholars and guilds and magicians and clerics all are. There's two distinct groups vying for power. I think that is what we're going to do. Now to name this place. What shall we name this place? What's something starting with... Something starting with H. H. Let's quickly just alter this. Homer. I don't think Homer is what... Oh, actually... Homeria? Homeria could actually work. And it's home area. As in where you start. Thank you, Silent Gaming 25. You actually may have named the country for me. Homeria. I like that. Perfect. Alright, I think that'll do for this stream tonight. We will be back next Tuesday, where we might start naming the mountains and forests and other areas. Maybe figure out what these two red dots are. We'll see. Is this Gimp? No, this is Fire Alpaca. Not a problem. 2 AM, wow. Alright, yeah, so that's where we shall leave it here. I hope you all enjoyed today. We shall continue next Tuesday. Catch you later.